A mistake on the inside from 1060. 1060 appeared to hit that fence pretty hard, and now they make the turn on towards the open ditch. The late legend and Horatio Hornblower, the first two, and out quite wide over in third. Mercy and Knight again in fourth. 1060 appeared to jump rather awkwardly there. Special Acceptance on his outside. Financial Outcome is next, and then Coral working towards the inner of Rathlin Rose, and they go towards the cross fence, which is the third. The late legend was the leader, and 1060 jumped out quite markedly away to the right over that fence. He may have done that at the previous obstacle as well, but he certainly jumped very much right-handed there and gave a broadside to Coral. So they're into the home straight for the first time. On now towards fence number 4, and the late legend and Sean Bowen lead the way to Mercy and Knight, and on the inner in the hoop jacket was Horatio Hornblower. A little awkward at the back of the field was Well Smitten. On now towards fence number 5. The late legend, Mercy and Knight, and Horatio Hornblower are the first three. Financial Outcome rises in fourth towards the outside of Special Acceptance, and then Coral, followed by Agamemnon, who races on the outside of Rathlin Rose. 1060 has gradually dropped back through the field now to be in the last 2 or 3, with Well Smitten still out the back, and they go over the next, which was the 6th. And the late legend still leads the way. On the outside, Mercy and Knight. He's now in a clear second, with the cheek pieces. Horatio Hornblower up against the rail is in third, and this will be the final fence in the circuit's time, and they're all safely over. So they've jumped the first 7, another 11 to take on their final circuit, and the late legend still leads the parade. To in second place, Mercy and Knight. Now improving into third, Financial Outcome, followed by Special Acceptance and Horatio Hornblower against the inside rail. Agamemnon out a little wider of Coral, and then Rathlin Rose. Well Smitten has now improved 1 place. The back marker is now 1060, who jumped off quite prominently, but has gradually through the first third of the contest drifted right back, and is now the back marker with Richard Johnson aboard. On now towards the water jump they go. The late legend just had the lead there. He was almost joined on the outside by Mercy and Knight, and then Special Acceptance, Financial Outcome, and Horatio Hornblower to the inner. Rathlin Rose is creeping closer with Coral and Agamemnon on the outside. Last but one, Well Smitten just pushed away from that fence, and again continuing to jump quite markedly away to the right. It's 1060 who is tailing off. Over the next, and it was the late legend and Mercy and Knight still the first two, as they now race away from that open ditch and go on now towards fence number 11 of the 18. The late legend, Mercy and Knight, Agamemnon, last year's third, creeping a little bit closer on the outside of Financial Outcome. Then Special Acceptance against the rail, Horatio Hornblower. The grey Coral on the inside is Rathlin Rose, and then Well Smitten, and this is the fence taken on the rise, or the leading group safely over, and very ponderous at the back of the field, 1060, whose jumping really has really got fallen to pieces today. So now they're on the turn, which will take them on towards the 7th from home, and the leading group of 9 are still quite tightly grouped, with on the inside the late legend, the inner of Mercy and Knight. Never been a great deal between these two. Agamemnon has been taken wide throughout by Paddy Brennan. On the outside of Special Acceptance, Horatio Hornblower and Financial Outcome. Coral is still right there on their heels, and so too is Rathlin Rose, and Well Smitten's just the back marker of those 9. So now on the turn towards the final open ditch, fence number 13, and the late legend still leads the way as they go towards the ditch, but Mercy and Knight breathing down his neck on the outside, Horatio Hornblower, and then on that one's outside, Special Acceptance. Those are now the first 4. Rathlin Rose has stayed on now into 5th place. The one who's now tailing off is Well Smitten, and this is the cross fence, and it is the 5th from home. The late legend drifts down that fence, jumped away to his right over that, and he jumped across in front of Mercy and Knight, and allowed to move through on the inside Special Acceptance. They're then being followed by a driven Horatio Hornblower, and then Rathlin Rose. In line for home, down towards the 4th last, and the late legend still holds sway. Jumped that one straight enough, out in front by a couple of lengths, being held together here by Sean Bowen. In pursuit, Special Acceptance has now moved fence, the late legend by a couple of lengths, and he's kicking away now from Special Acceptance in second, Mercy Knight in third, and now with another 150 yards to go, it is the late legend with Special Acceptance putting in a power pack finish. He's putting in a really good run close home. The late legend will hold on, and the late legend wins.